Hey guys, so basically, I just got back from Thanksgiving with my family, and that went pretty well, I guess, except for the fact that everybody was still referring to me in female ways, i.e., my birth name and female pronouns. Um, a large majority of them did look confused when they talked to me because of my voice. Funny thing is, until now, I really didn't realize the fact that a lot of the men in my family have very similar timbre, which is like the way their voice sounds. So basically, a lot of them actually sound alike. And my aunt told me that I actually sound a lot like her son, which is funny. It's my cousin. Um, I thought that was pretty awesome though, because it means I have an awesome voice. But yeah, basically only three people know that were there out of like 20. Basically, I didn't want to just come out kind of thing because I was extremely nervous that entire time. Like every time I spoke, I felt really, really nervous because they're gonna know, right? Um, but basically, my Uncle Pat knew, but he's also gay. So basically, he was the only one from my family that was able to make it to my grade 12 graduation. And at that point, I had been going by, well, starting to go by he and, you know, stuff, right? So basically, at my graduation, they said, and this is, Xander and he. And so basically, my my uncle had to question me on that, and he said, "Why did they call you he? I mean, I know you're a lesbian, but that doesn't mean you're a guy." And I had to clarify with him that I thought I was a lesbian, but really, I'm a guy. Well, a straight guy, I guess. Um, so basically, he's like, "Oh, okay," and he's actually apparently gonna get me in touch with this other guy he knows that's also trans. So that's pretty awesome. So he's about the so far in my actual blood family, the first one that I know fully accepts me, which is good. Except obviously he's still having trouble with the pronouns and stuff, and especially in my family setting he's not gonna just sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, Xander this and he this," and everybody's gonna look at him like, "What?" Right? Kind of how they looked at me today. um, but basically, I saw my cousins I haven't seen in so long, and I almost didn't recognize them. So assumably, they probably really didn't recognize me very much because I'm a lot different, whereas as well as they are. Um, but yeah, it's basically only three people ended up finding out from my family, which was my Uncle Will, because he actually asked me. He was the only one that asked me out of my entire family why my voice was so deep, basically. Because I know, and he said that, he's like, yeah, I just asked the questions that everybody else is thinking. And in my personal opinion, I wish that everybody would have asked, because then I could explain to them. Whereas I can't just outright be like, oh, by the way, because I just can't. I don't know. I have to be asked or something. I don't know. It's weird. Um, but yeah, so that's how that went. So my Uncle Will now knows, and um, my aunt, my aunt Denise, now she knows as well because basically, well, she's the one that said I sound like her son, which is pretty awesome. But she knows because, well, I guess in a sense I did kind of come out right to her, and she was perfectly okay with it, which was good. So was my Uncle Will, except he was a bit confused because he didn't really know what transgender was. Because he's like, well, you're taking the hormones, but you're not gonna have like a penis or anything. And I'm like, well, no, we kind of have to have surgery for that. And he's like, oh, okay. which I'm not really planning on getting that surgery at this point because I really personally don't like the results nor the extreme cost. Um, but yeah, so that's how that went. Dinner was delicious. I honestly did not know, but my appetite has increased. It has. Even my family even noticed. They're all like, "You're eating more than you usually do." Because usually at these big family things, I get a plate, but then I only eat like half of it. This time I ate my entire plate, and it was like stacked. It was like Mount Everest on a platter. That's what it was. And I ate it, and then I had pumpkin pie and this what was it? It was like caramel pie, I think. Was it? Yeah, I think it was caramel pie. And then I had apple cinnamon pie. It tasted like cinnamon hearts baked into a pie. It was delicious. And I brought home cookies, which is good. And we watched TV and stuff. That's how that happened. I helped out a lot, which before when I was younger I used to hate it, and now I feel good about helping out my family, you know, bringing up the chairs, setting up the tables, you know, stuff like that. And it's funny because my Uncle Pat's all like, show me your man muscles and help me carry these heavy things. So basically I had this thing of water bottles and a case of pop on top and another case of pop, and I'm just like walking in there like, okay, where do I put this? But yes, it was actually overall pretty good. I think it was obvious that everybody was a bit confused with the fact that I look like a boy, that my flatness and voice obviously. But yeah, so other than that fact, because I wish they would have asked, because it was obvious that they were really curious as to why I looked and sounded the way I did, but nobody asked except my Uncle Will. So he was the only one that got an answer, pretty much. My Aunt Denise, actually, she kind of she called me she outright to my family, but then she looked at me and under her breath kind of thing, but to the point where I could hear it, kind of smiled and said he and stuff, and that kind of made me feel good, but bad at the same time, I guess. I don't know, it was weird, because I knew that she accepted me, but she didn't want to, like, be, like, to my family, because, you know, hopefully, eventually they will all figure it out, because, I mean, there's also Christmas is going to be happening, and other stuff, so there's going to be a few family gatherings recently, and I'm just going to keep changing and masculinizing, so they're going to totally find out at some point. But, yeah, so that'll be the day. It was sad, though, because I haven't seen my grandparents in a long time, and they didn't end up being able to come. My mom didn't show up. Go figure. But yeah, so it was overall a really good night. My family's very huggy and, you know, so everybody's all hugging up and stuff. That sounds really weird, but anyways. But yeah, so I kind of like held back almost my voice. I don't know if it made any difference, but it felt like I was holding it back every time. I'm like, oh hi, you know, like, because I just felt really awkward because none of them knew, and I'd just be talking and they'd be like, what the fuck? So, but yeah, so basically we all had our lovey-dovey moments, and nobody really seemed to act very different about it. I mean, you could tell they were a little bit confused, like I've said probably a bajillion times in this video already, but they didn't act different. I mean, it kind of, because I'm so not used to being called by my birth name or by the pronoun she and her and stuff, people had to constantly keep repeating themselves because I wasn't tuning in. But other than that, yeah, I don't know how long this video is, but it's too long. It's 9, almost 10. But yeah, so that was, I don't even know if you could, when I showed you guys, but yeah, see. I was actually had this buttoned up. I had this over to this underneath to kind of like hide my binder, but it didn't really do that good because it kept falling down and stupid stuff. But yeah, I also couldn't wear my hat because I had to look nice. So this is me without my hat with my hair down, which I don't think I've made a video like that when I had long hair. I know I did it with my short hair, and I looked really derpy in that video. But anyways, so yeah, so that was my Thanksgiving. Overall, it was great, and 3 more family members know. So, yeah. Again, I guess I'm gonna post the link in the bar below for chest surgery. I don't think I made a comment before about it, but I just wanted to let you know that if you do donate, I am offering commissions, like drawing commissions, because, you know, I do art and stuff. Yeah, so I'm offering commissions if you donate, because I feel really bad just taking money from people. So if you donate, I will draw you people something. You can leave a request. I think there should be a comment box on the site that I will be linking in the bar below, and you can then leave a comment and request what you would like as a drawing, and I'll do so for you, and somehow get it to you. I guess you could leave me a mailing address, or I could just also post my DeviantArt, and I could just post it up on there, and you can see it there and print it off or something. I don't know. But yeah, so basically that was my Thanksgiving, and it was overall actually really good. So I'm really happy, and yeah. So I'm gonna stop talking now. But anyway, so yeah, hopefully you can help me raise money for my chest surgery. Oh, hi Dante. Sorry, I'm currently have another cat right now, and he's conversing with my cat. Yeah, his meow is weird, if you can even hear it. But yeah, so I guess I will. Wow, that was weird. Okay, I guess I will make another video later. I think I'm going to let you know how far along I am on testosterone, though. I know it's a little over 10 months, I think. 39, 40, so like, in 2 days I will be taking my 41st shot, which means 41 weeks on testosterone, and that's like 10 months and a week, I think. I don't know, I suck at math, so it's probably wrong. But yeah, I'm thinking that much. But, so that's my life, and, well, not really my life, but my day. And yeah, so my birthday's soon. Halloween. I'm excited. The only thing I'm not excited about is the fact that if I try to go in a bar, they're going to question me about my ID, because first of all, it has my birth name, because I still haven't got my name changed. Sadly, it kind of annoys me. And a picture that looks nothing like me. It has like blonde hair and like everything. It's weird. But yeah, so ID is weird. And the fact that one thing that annoys me, because of the fact that it's still I still have my birth name as my legal name. Every single time I go into the bank to get more, because the machine only allows me to take $100, and So basically, I have to actually go in and... Would you shush? Okay. I have to go in and get money if I need to get more money than like $100. And they always question me. They're like, well, actually, no, they don't even question me. The first thing they tell me is, this is not your card. And I'm like, yes, it is. And they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, and I have to, every time I go to the bank, I have to come out and tell them I'm transgender. Like, every time. So, getting my name changed is a extreme priority right now. So, hopefully I'll get that. Anyways, this is 15 minutes, and I'm just blah 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 blah. So, I will talk to y'all later, and we'll update when updates are required. So, talk to you later. DFTBA, if you know what that stands for. If you don't, it's don't forget to be awesome. Alright, see ya.